Brussels says the way through the economic crisis from the coronavirus pandemic is a €750 billion fund they're calling Next Generation EU.
Of that total, 500 billion will be distributed in grants and 250 billion in loans passed on to member states.
It's a massive shift for the EU. The suggestion is the EU Commission will raise money on international markets with its AAA rating and give it out to member states hardest hit. Countries in the bloc have never pooled their debt together in this way before. The plans are now being trawled over by Europe's political factions.
And we welcome the focus that you've put on grants to make sure that no member state is left behind in this crisis. The overall volume might not prove sufficient in time, but in any case, what we need to make sure is that we don't lessen the ambitions.
The European Commission says the fund, along with the budget it's proposing simultaneously, will total €1.85 trillion.
It's not only a matter of solidarity. It is also a question of how we will be able to survive, how we'll have an interior market, and to preserve the existence of the euro.
French President Emmanuel Macron and the Spanish, Greek and Italian Prime Ministers all took to Twitter to welcome the proposal. But they'll now enter into battle with the so-called frugal four countries, Austria, the Netherlands, Sweden and Denmark, who are staunchly against shouldering debt with already heavily indebted southern neighbours. Economists back this proposal to work if leaders can agree.
It will do wonders. It will allow businesses to keep people on their payrolls that they would otherwise have to lay off. It will allow municipal districts to go ahead with replacing bridges and digging holes for things even when their tax revenues were down. It will just keep Europe going. It'll be great. If, on the other hand, people get really worried about how it looks and what are they paying for in this abstract way, but if that's the case, we could be stuck for a much harder ride.
Europe's businesses are reopening and the fund is placed into the EU's 7-year budget, which runs out at the end of 2020. The pressure's on for EU countries to work this out. Jack Parrock, Euronews, Brussels.